Hi guys, Keitha here. A sandbox is a test environment that allows you to take your current production environment, duplicate it, make changes, updates, test it, and then deploy it to production. We're going to do that today. In Zoho CRM, we are going to create a sandbox, make some changes, and then deploy it to the production version. All right. If you guys are ready, let's do this. Now, one of the reasons why you would want to do this is if you are going to have major changes in your system. If you're going to make major changes, I would highly suggest you use a sandbox. All right, let's get to it. All right, first things first. Let's go to the settings in Zoho CRM. And then under data administration, let's look for sandbox. All right, so we are going to create a new sandbox. Well, let's call it a demo. And this is going to be with configuration and data. So we want to take the data that's currently in the system because we want to be able to use it to test with, but it's not going to pull over all data. And it'll tell you here, 10 sample records will be populated for the leads, the contacts, the accounts, and so on. So we're going to use this with sample data. They do give you the option of doing production data up to however many records you'd like. But we are going to stick with the sample data. And then we want to make this accessible to just me for now. All right, so now it is creating a sandbox. We can see here that our sandbox has been created successfully. I'm going to click to go to the sandbox. Now, what this is doing is it is creating a separate tab because now on this tab, we are no longer in our production environment. We are in the sandbox. And the way that you will know that is by this little icon at the top. So if we go back to the first tab, we see no icon at the top. But here we see Demo Sandbox. All right. That's how we know we're in our test environment. And we can see data and all of those great things. Okay. It should be a duplicate of what you are currently using in your CRM. So let's create maybe some lead scoring rules. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to go into CRM. Under automation, click on scoring rules. I'm going to call it lead score. And this is going to be for all layouts in the leads module. We want, let's keep it at all leads. One thing we can do is if the country is in the United States, add 10 points. All right, this is where you add your criteria for lead scoring. If you would like to know more about lead scoring, I will put a video link so that you can get to that video. Let's just go ahead and save that right here. All right. Obviously, you would put way more rules and criteria in your scoring rules, but for this example, I just wanted to make a couple changes in the system. Now, so that you can see that this did take effect, I'm going to go to the leads module and look for the scoring rules for lead score that are greater than 0. All right, and it's all of them. If we click on one and you scroll down to the scoring rules section, you can see for lead score, this lead has 10 points. All right, so when we look in our other environment, our production environment, we will see no scoring rules. Like, we don't even have the option to filter on those because we did not turn them on here. All right, so we see our changes did take effect in our sandbox. So now that we've made a couple changes in our test environment, let's go ahead and deploy it to production. So we're gonna push the changes that we just made over to production. Now, right now we're still in the sandbox. We're gonna go back to production and go back to the sandbox. You'll see here for demo sandbox, there have been 2 changes. Okay, if we click on this, it will list the changes. Now, let's just say you wanted to only deploy one of those changes. You tested it, you like the way it works, you can just click on that one. But for our example, we're going to click on both. We want to deploy both the lead canvas 2 and the lead score rules that we implemented. So those are checked, and now we're going to click on deploy changes to production. It's telling us it includes 2 changes and it lists both changes, and then we're going to deploy now. I geek out on this stuff. All right, if we go to deployment logs, we can now see who deployed or who pushed changes from the sandbox and what those changes were. Now let's check our changes. We are in production still. We're going to go to the leads module. I just want to do a quick refresh here. And lead canvas 2. It's there. The other thing we want to see are our scoring rules. We do see it here. We now have lead score, and we just want to see everything that's over 0. And apparently we don't have any in this system. So, but we can see that our changes were deployed successfully. All right, so that is how you create a sandbox. That is why you would create a sandbox. And you would also be able to share this with the developers on your team. When you go to create a sandbox, just assign it to the individuals that you'd like to be able to access it. As you can see here, you can do that here. And then that way, multiple people on your team can test changes in the test environment before pushing them to production. Thank you for joining me in this video. I enjoyed bringing content to you guys. As always, let me know if you have absolutely any questions at all. It would be my pleasure to help. All right, guys, until next time.